Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Ask Alisha, the weekly series where you ask me questions and I answer them. Baby. First question this week comes from Luigi. Hi Luigi. Luigi said, "Hi Alisha, how do you pronounce the word comfortable in American English? I've always pronounced it with 4 syllables, but a few months ago I started noticing everyone I know says it in the 3-syllable way. Is there a right or wrong way, or is it just a matter of personal preference?" Yeah, we usually say it with 3 syllables, like you've described, comfortable, comfortable. That's kind of easier to say than comfortable in quick everyday speech. So it's kind of rare to hear people say comfortable. So for that reason, I would recommend you also try to use comfortable, comfortable instead. If for some reason you want to sound really clear and maybe formal, perhaps polite, you might use the full comfortable. But in most cases, you don't need to do that. So yes, to answer your question, it is kind of a matter of personal preference in that it's just easier for us to say it in the 3-syllable way. So I hope that this helps you. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Ariadna. Hi, Ariadna. Ariadna says, "Hi, Alisha. I want to know the difference between commendable and admirable." Okay. Commendable, the root of commendable is commend. So to commend is to give like public attention to something because it is good. So you'll see this used for like someone who has done something really, really honorable. You'll see it used in like military situations or maybe in like big like academic institutions like fancy universities, famous universities. So it's for things that deserve some kind of public attention. We would describe that as commendable. So it's a really good behavior, a really good positive action, and something that someone decides deserves public notice. Your community service is commendable. Her hard work is commendable. Admirable, on the other hand, is used for something, again, like commendable, used for like maybe good deeds. We can describe a good deed or a good action as admirable. However, we don't necessarily make the point of saying it's something we should announce publicly. We don't really say that. We can describe a person as admirable. He's an admirable person. She's an admirable person. We can also talk about a behavior as admirable, like, oh, that was a really admirable thing you did. So admirable also means good deeds, but we don't really have that feeling of giving someone public attention for doing it. With commendable, yes, it's like we want to give attention and notice for that thing. Admirable just means we can admire it. So the root of admirable is admire, like to think that something is good or positive. Your work ethic is admirable. His cooking skills are admirable. Okay, so I hope that that helps. Thanks very much for the question. All right, let's move on to your next question. Next question this week comes from Tachaya Cherry. Hi, Tachaya. Tachaya says, "What's the difference between blog and vlog?" Thanks. Yeah, a blog is something written. So a blog is like a diary, or maybe someone writes essays on a blog. I update my blog once a week. Have you ever read my blog? A vlog, actually, is what's called a portmanteau. A portmanteau is a word that's made of 2 words pushed together. So in this case, vlog comes from video and log, or video and blog. These form a combination, which is vlog. So a vlog is a video log or a video blog. That means it's like the same content. It can be like an essay, it can be a diary, it can be about some specific topic, but a vlog is in video form. So that's the key difference here. A blog is written, a vlog is in video form. Have you guys seen my vlogs before? I post a new vlog every week. Okay, great. Thanks very much for the question. Let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Mirage. Hi, Mirage. Mirage says, "Why does English have strange pronunciation rules? For instance, pizza is pronounced pizza, In comb, the B remains silent, but in tomb and womb, it's pronounced differently. Thank you. Yeah, the short answer here is that historically, English is made up of many different languages. So you've got like Greek, and you've got Latin, French. So there are many different languages coming together in English. As a result, not everything, not all words follow the same rules. So that's why you have sometimes these kind of strange pronunciations that don't seem to follow a rule. So that's kind of difficult, I know, when you're learning, but it's something you kind of get used to with practice. So lots of listening and speaking practice can help you get used to these kind of strange types of pronunciations, like the ones that you've mentioned here. So that's the short answer. The reason for this is that English comes from many different languages. I hope that that helps answer this question. Okay, let's move along to your next question. Next question comes from Vider Gonçalves da Silva. Hi, Vider. I hope I'm saying that right. Vider says, when can I use as well at the end of phrases? I wouldn't say that there's such a clear rule for when to use as well at the end of phrases. I would just say that it's typically something we use at the end of like a list when we want to add something else. So if you think about the situations where you would use to, so you want to give more information, you want to add another noun, for example, you might use as well to do that. So let's look at a few examples. These are some casual examples of ways we would use as well when we're describing lists. We need to buy eggs, bread, and fruit. Milk as well. I have to write a few reports today, send a few emails, and attend a meeting. Give a presentation as well. So in these examples, you can see how as well comes at the end of a list, and it's actually like at the end of an additional item to a list. So this is one common way that we use as well at the end of like I keep saying, a list. You can also find it at the end of sentences where you're listing many things, multiple things. Like I would probably use it if I'm listing 3 to 4 items in a list. So there's not really a rule for when to use it. It's kind of your preference. So I would suggest when you're reading, pay attention to the times when you see as well used at the end of something, and maybe you can start to see a pattern, or you can start to see similarities in how and where that's used. So I hope that this helps you. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Monmon. Hi, Monmon. Monmon says, hi, Alisha. What is the meaning of be there, be square? Okay, so today this phrase means you should come to this event because it's going to be fun. That's what it means in today's English. Actually, though, the expression be square is kind of an old-fashioned slang expression. So be square meant someone who's boring or someone who's not cool, a square. So it's like a really typical kind of boring shape, a square. So if you say be there or be square, it's like if you don't come to this event, you're boring or you're not cool. Today, we don't really have that boring or uncool feel about this expression, but it does mean like you should come to this event. If you don't, you're going to miss something fun. So that's what be there or be square originally meant and how we use it now. So you can use it if you like, but it does sound a little bit old-fashioned, I feel. I hope that this helps answer your question. Thanks very much for sending it. All right, that's everything that I have for you guys for this week. Thank you, as always, for sending your questions. Remember, you can send your questions to me at EnglishClass101.com/ask-Alisha. Of course, if you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you have not already, and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for some other things that can help you with your English studies. Thanks very much for watching this week's episode of Ask Alisha, and I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.